Well, hello, and welcome to the 20th episode of Working with Chris. Got a lot packed into this video, so I hope you get something out of it. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe or like or throw something in the comments. Send me a note. Let me know what you think. I got the garage in the back there. Got the overhead doors in and the windows in. Sorting out the inside still. It's a little bit of a mess. There is quite a bit of storage now. Got a mezzanine and all kinds of storage, so it'd make a great shop. Nice high ceilings, almost 14 feet. Anyway, so we're going to continue the basement finishing job that we did the electrical in the house. We're getting up to drywall, so we'll be starting taping in the next episode. And the final reveal of the legal basement apartment job. There's also a note in there about City of Markham sent me a request for information. They hadn't seen any action on the underpinning house where we did the steel beam replacement. So good on them to find out, check in with the customer, see what's going on. But I advise them that it's winter time and we can't do the brick until the spring in this case, or we're not going to. What else do we got going on? Oh, and a glimpse of me and my boys up at the land. We're building a cabin, so you get to see some of that as well. Anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. All the best. Cheers. In the previous episode, we had the electrical service replaced with a new panel, and the building inspector had already been to take a look at the basement insulation and vapor barrier and was passed. So now we've been working upstairs, Bernardo, Derek, and myself, to complete the drywall and painting of the top 3 floors, so we can get the mess out of there and give the homeowner back his house while we concentrate on the basement. There were lots of small drywall repairs throughout the house, created to pull the new electrical wires throughout the house. Here on the first floor hallway, you can see where we've isolated the living room and dining room with the heavy poly to allow the homeowner to continue his work on the computer inside his makeshift office, being the dining room, away from the dust. Moving down to the basement now, you can see the old window opening with this slanted brick. That was an original coal depository for the coal burning furnace, so the truck would pull up and drop coal into the basement for the homeowner to load the furnace back in the day. Here we have the basement mechanical complete. There's the shower control, the vapor barrier on the cold side of the heating pipes to allow them to stay warm and not be affected by any possible draft through the building from outside. All the framing has the pink gasket between it and the masonry. And there's our new electrical panel, all ready to close up. Derek's going to finish off the insulation in the cavities that have not yet been insulated, up in the header there around the conduit. Moving outside, here's the new electrical mast above the meter. Brings it up to the proper height to raise it above the street so no trucks hit it.
Ready?
Over the weekend, we got some family tobogganing in. Here's Aaron attempting to go down the hill on a sled standing up.
Oh.
So back to the beaches project after the weekend. In this image, there's the correct way and the incorrect way of doing a drywall repair for an electrical receptacle. The tabs of the receptacle must be on top of the drywall. While Bernardo is upstairs on the top 3 floors completing the repairs from the new electrical in the plaster, Derek has been working away in the basement completing the boxing in around the bulkheads here, including pulling through the electrical rough-ins that DeVille installed for the pot lights. This is a TV location for the basement that'll be near the pool table. Got the electrical receptacle up high and lots of plywood and lumber to secure the TV to. You also had to finish off some framing for nailers, make sure that the drywall has something to screw to. I'm getting ready to paint the repairs that Bernardo has completed on the top 3 floors. This is a gadget I use to determine the color of paint. It gives me a few options. The one that repeats the most is the one that I'll use, the color. So starting off on the 3rd floor and working our way down. Still a couple plaster repairs, but we're getting her done. The next job for Derek will be on the 1st floor in the family room at the back of the house. We're adding a TV rough-in location. So we've got the drywall removed and the insulation. The electrical was installed by DeVille Electric earlier, up high for the TV. Derek has installed the pink R5 rigid insulation on the cold side of the future conduit in an effort to maximize the insulation value. Now we've installed this 3-inch PVC conduit, so this makes it easy to run wires between the TV and the cabinet below with the components to hide the wire. Lots of framing in there to screw the TV bracket to, 1.5 inch material, and some spray foam around the PVC pipe to hold it in place, make it a little easier to complete the repair. Insulation, vapor barrier, and I think we're using the same drywall to put back. Didn't have to get new drywall. Derek was careful in removing the drywall. If you wiggle it as you're pulling it, you can break the screws loose and reuse the drywall. There we go, pre-filled. Back to the basement, getting ready for drywall. So around the electrical panel, a little bit more insulation to complete and vapor barrier to tidy up. That looks more like it. Now we got insulation sealed in place with spray foam. So Friday, get to leave the city, go to my favorite place with one of my favorite guys, pulling into the driveway there. With the driveway not having had the snow cleared, my strategy is to ram the truck in as far as I can, dig it out, and then repeat. Beating down the snow, a few runs with the truck will get us there. There's my man Nathan. We're setting up camp. Getting the water pump in the pond, provide some water to the toilet. We have a gravity fed system in the outhouse, so we have a flush toilet rather than a hole through the floor that's visible. Made a cool light out of the block of ice. This was actually back in 2016, but what the heck, throw it in here. So Nathan and I have come to the land for some relaxation and work. We're going to continue on the cabin here. Little glimpse of what we're doing. Keeping the feet warm by the fire. Sending a note to my love back at home. So the cabin, we rested it on some timbers that we cut from the forest and poured them in concrete above grade, so it's not going down into the ground, just sitting on top. So I expect it'll move with the frost. I'm okay with that. It's a small building, 160 square feet. So we're continuing the framing. Got the 2 walls up. So back on Monday, after a productive weekend at the land, I'm continuing with sanding and painting of the top 3 floors, so we can hand that over to the homeowner, while Derek and Bernardo continue the work in the basement. This is Bernardo's bag. Turns out, back in the Philippines, he manufactured these with a group of sewers, and he was surprised to have found one downtown. Somebody walking along with one of his in Toronto, so he was happy to see that. Longevity of his work from 5 years previous. So Bernardo's been working away at the drywall in the basement. Got lots done. But here's the last pictures of the basement bathroom with all of the electrical roughed in. All the plumbing in place for the shower. Having just completed installing the exhaust fan in the bathroom, we had the electrical completed. Bernardo's been working hard at the basement drywall there. It looks like it's nearing completion, other than the bathroom. We got some new detectors. So now we got the second floor painting being done. Third floor must be finished, working our way down. So for the Markham job, the underpinning job, because we haven't done any work there for a little while, Markham, City of Markham, building department, has sent me a email asking for a progress report. So I've explained to them that we're waiting until the warmer weather to continue the brick, and also forwarded them the last 5 engineers' letters confirming that the job has been done adequately. The report always mentions, provided the job is done correctly, that it's been completed adequately. I take a little offense because I'm thinking I did a great job. What do you mean adequately? Well, I suppose the reality is I should be very happy that it's being reported as completed adequately. Need to have some thicker skin, I think. So another fun activity. Aaron and I doing a little skate in the backyard on the backyard ramp. We spend a lot of time in the back here. Good fun. Oh, back pocket. Can't be all fun. Here we go, back at work. So we have some old hanger screws to remove and repair the drywall. Back to the first floor family room TV location. Plaster's all complete, it's ready for paint. In this picture we have my mother holding Aaron as a young child, and the man, the myth, the legend, Walter Green, the painting machine. Walter taught me everything I know about painting and a great deal about work ethic, how to treat people and customers. Here I am finishing off the painting on the first floor. So I'm cutting in freehand the top of the wall, and I don't want to have brush strokes left in the paint, so before the paint dries I'm rolling over it with a roller so that all the wall paint is consistent with a textured roller finish. If I allowed the cutting to dry with the brush without doing that, I'd be left with brush strokes in the corners, which I don't want to see. So it's important before you let the paint dry after cutting that you go over it with a roller. Also, between coats of paint you should give a light sand with a fine sandpaper to knock off anything that might be sticking out of the paint. Provides a nice finish. Now on this Thursday I get a call that the dishwasher is leaking at the legal basement apartment job. So I go over there and take a look. There was water on the floor, it didn't show up too well in these pictures. Searching, not finding a reason for the water to be leaking. I've checked all the pipes. There you can see the signs of the water. Now I'm running the dishwasher, see if it's the drain that's leaking. So I wasn't able to find the leak. I went on the phone with the manufacturer and they told me a possibility was that the door wasn't closed properly and the water came out a door that was ajar. So I've let the homeowners know. And I didn't get a call after that, so that must have been it. But you got to make sure you take care of your customers, especially if it's a concern regarding your work. You want to get over there right away and either repair or identify the issue. All good this time around. Happy to see. Another big smile for the land this weekend. Also going to the land. This time Aaron's going to come with us. We picked up some pizza in town before we got there. Cutting the hole in the ice to get the pump in.
I feel falling. Yeah.
Smells like sulfur.
You. We got water.
It's always a good time with the boys. Camp set up, fire a-blazing. Somebody's having some fun. We know we got to work hard tomorrow. Work hard, play hard. A group picture to let Lisa know we arrived alive. So with the two end walls constructed, we're working on the other two walls, the front and back walls. Nathan got a fire going to keep us warm near the build site. There's Aaron working on the knee wall under the future window at the front. All three of us working hard at it. Looks like I'm working on the back wall, Nathan's working on the front wall, Aaron's working on the front wall. Also, we're going to cut some timbers down. We want to put a mezzanine up, sleeping area or a second floor area. We've got 12 feet of height in the ceiling, so we'll use the top 4 feet portion of the floor space for a mezzanine. We're going to make it decorative. A couple maple trees, or 5 in total.
Okay, yeah.
There we go, setting up the camera.
I'm being going first.
It worked up today.
So,
Okay, Aaron,
on this
stay
one?
where you are. Yes.
Alright. Might not look that big, but it's heavy. Maple log, those suckers are heavy.
Okay, now can you go to that end? You got it?
We got a nice point load set up. 5 2x6s sit underneath that. That ain't going anywhere. Evo!
You guys okay?
Yep. It's on.
Can I have a clamp? Or a screw gun? Give me a screw gun. Screw gun.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Get it quicker!
You said clamp and then screw gun.
Oh, we're supposed to turn it.
Alright. You gotta take the screw.
Yeah, those branches are supposed to be
I
going
forgot
up.
to
I gotta take the screw in.
turn the log, so we'll take the screws back
Oh,
out
we're
and give it a
damn
rotate.
close. Okay, let's rotate it.
Which way?
Clockwise.
Alright, he wants the branch pointed to the top.
Lift it. Hey, watch Aaron, you gotta roll it right off the end there and push it into the corner.
Is that how you want it?
He wants it up like that. I think that's it right there.
Okay. Great, let's get this way.
This is some fantastic father-son time, let me tell you. Making me cry just thinking about it. Here you can just see in the background through the wall there, we got a neighbor stop by to come and say hello.
Okay, stay there.
Yep.
You got it?
Yep. You're gonna need 2 of these, right?
Each one.
5. Like 459.
Alright, you wanna get under it?
You ready? You guys all right?
Yep. I cannot reach it anymore.
Yeah, I got no hands.
Did it go your way at all?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. You can hold it, Aaron?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Woo! So we gotta turn it. That branch should go straight up.
Don't fall over.
Alright, are we done for today? Or do you guys want to keep going?
I don't know. What else do you want to do?
What else do I want to do?
Yeah.
We can do the platform across here.
Sure. I'm down.
Today? How about tomorrow?
Okay. Sure.
I need to rest.
Why'd you ask?
Well, I'm gauging your enthusiasm. And maybe I have to step up.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm wondering.
For the break.
Yeah, how about food?
Just gotta get it. So we can work tonight if you want.
Yeah, we got the light. Your favorite way to get the fire roaring with the leaf blower?
It started lighting that tree over there on fire, so.
Well, hello. It is March 15th, 2021, and I'm just on my way to pick up the 3 doors for the kitchen cabinets of the basement apartment job that I messed up the measurements on. They've been at the painters for a week, and now they're ready for pickup, so I can get them installed and have that kitchen finally complete. Bernardo is finishing up the plaster in the basement of the basement renovation and reworking of the electrical job. So we got off the top 3 floors finished with paint, ready for occupancy this past Friday. And now we're only working on the basement, so moving forward there. And this week have Derek working at the shop, making it prim and proper, nice and organized. Getting ready for a new job start this coming Monday. I think you're all caught up now. Take care. Cheers. So here I am arriving at the paint shop. Jaya has finished off the painting of the cabinets, the doors. Oh, and look who's here. Hello. How's it going? Hey, long time no see.
What are you?
Oh, wow. This gentleman built the cabinets for a house I built in 2008. Hashim, I believe his name is. So we'll take a short look at that, but that's another story. There's my dad. Friends who helped, Master Brent, me going home on my skateboard. It was nice building a house close to home. I could skateboard to work every day. Put a sign up, trying to sell it before it was finished. There's the Walter man, my Uncle Mike. Had lots of good help. Oh, and that was Hashim's son doing the kitchen cabinets. There's Aaron as a youngster, and the real estate agent who sold the home. There's the kitchen after it was installed by Hashim. He also did the fireplace. He built that mantle in one day, like maybe 6 hours. So I purchased the house as a bungalow, transformed it into a 2-story, Sold it in the depths of a recession in 2008. Didn't do so well financially.
Thank you very much. Okay, Chris. See you next time.
Best furniture painter around. Sumi Custom Furniture Finishings and Refinishing Limited. Jaya. So now with the last 4 cabinet doors installed at the legal basement apartment project, we're ready for the big reveal. But first, let's just do a brief recap of what we did. There's some beautiful pictures of the basement before we got started. It was already nice, but not a legal basement apartment. The gentleman had a studio down there. We started the demolition. First problem we encountered was the insulation on the north wall was completely saturated because the wall had not been built properly. There was no damp proofing to prevent the moisture from getting into the insulation. Set of stairs that we took out and closed off. On the first floor, that staircase was turned into a pantry off the kitchen. So we did the new waterproofing on the inside drainage layer over the existing bench footing. Aaron's getting ready with the basement window. We're oversizing to make it legal egress access. Had to dig it down to the footing before we oversized it so we can put in a window well. I also added these columns to support the window well. I didn't want it settling after. Bernardo was just trimming them off. We had them over poured a little bit in height. And John's built the window well out of the 6x6s. There's Aaron. He's dug out the area for tying in the new basement window weeping tile, tying it into the existing weeping tile on the inside. That was done years ago. We also found this steel post supporting the steel beam supporting the first floor was in our way. Didn't match with the new plan, so we had to get an engineer in, give us some direction, measure the beam. The engineer had to make sure that the beam was strong enough that we could separate the 2 point loads and not create too much deflection with this existing steel beam. Got that post moved a little bit out of the way, closer to the front wall to serve our purpose. Insulation, framing, more insulation. Got John working on the framing with Bernardo. There we go. Starting to come together. Drywall. Cabinets are started. Bedroom built-ins. And here we go. All complete. There's the bedroom built-in cabinet with the sliding doors. It's the new laundry area in the existing bathroom. It's now a side-by-side. Previously they had a stackable. And there's the kitchen all finished. I'm sure the homeowners are happy the project's complete. Looking good. So that's it for this episode. Look out for the next episode where we're starting a new project, a second floor main bathroom. We're going to add a skylight, a window, and a new front door to the home. While we continue the beaches project, we'll be getting the plaster done in the beaches project and start the tile in the bathroom. Cheers.